Hi, I'm Danny from Danny Broe Architects, and today I'm going to tell you guys more about my house in Katoomba that I'm renovating sustainably. I'm an architect and this is my own house, and today I'm going to talk about paints and finishes. Paints and finishes in the building industry vary quite a lot. Some of them are very damaging to the environment, damaging to our health, and have a lot of toxic chemicals in them, and others are very benign in their production and have very little side effects on our health. So we're painting this house with natural paints that have low toxicity, and here's an example of one of them. This paint is actually Bio Paints, an Australian company. The one we've chosen here, it's actually a Dulux colour, but they were able to match the colour, and it's a really matte finish. It's just got a really beautiful natural matte sort of feel. This is actually, it's called an enamel, but it's not really an enamel because the solvent used in it, and the solvent is basically the thing that dissolves the pigment in the first place, and then when it dries out, the pigment stays there. The solvent, instead of being a petrol organic chemical, in the sense of it being a harmful petrochemical, it's actually made from citrus products. So it actually smells like oranges and it's harmless, but you can get a good glossy finish from that. So that's that. Now let's go to the lounge room. The next thing we're going to talk about is just a bit more about those bio paints that I talked about. So just a beautiful matte finish. The fireplace we painted black, and it almost feels like I guess a charcoal kind of chalk paint. Yeah, so now let's come over here, and this is an example of a paint that you typically get in a hardware store that has a lot of harmful chemicals in it. The problem with these paints is when they actually make the paint, there's harmful byproducts that come off the paint. So that's problem number one. Problem number two is when you're actually using the paint, you're breathing it in. Problem number three is when you're actually washing the brushes down the sink, which basically everyone does, let's face it, that's going down into the sewer. So just for example, this actually, you can't actually see what products are in this. What you've actually got to do is ring a number and they'll send you the product sheet. But it actually has a series of quite strict warnings. Don't breathe it in. Don't let your skin come into contact. With these other paints, that's not a problem. You can get them on your hands, you can wash them, and you can breathe them in, and you can sleep in the same room the same night that you painted. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is wood finishes, so clear oils rather than polyurethane, which is commonly used sort of on the way out. I guess it's more of a plastic finish. These are wood oils made from plants. That's an example of something I've put with this. This is a company called Livos, which is a German company. That's Ardvos. So you just wipe it on. You wipe it on over a few days, and it just lasts for ages. It's got that natural timber feel, but it does repel stains. This is another example of the use of Livos. That's actually a kitchen that I bought off eBay, which was a 1990s kind of this popular blonde timber with the polyurethane finish. So what I actually did was sand this polyurethane finish off and use this Livos Kunos, which is actually designed for kitchen use. And mixed in a bit of, they actually make stains, mixed in a little bit of that, and that actually gave me this colour to this bamboo bench top, which I once again got off eBay, recycled. And then it actually brings out, this stain actually brings out this beautiful timber grain. So it's just an example of something you can sort of repurpose and refinish to look really beautiful. So yeah, that's really an example of the way to do sustainable paint finishes. I'm Danny from Danny Broe Architects, and thanks for listening. Bye bye.